Hey everybody, I wanted to come and share a short video for day 2. Some days we'll have videos, other days I'll just have post for you. But I really feel like there's something that the Lord has been speaking to me to share with you guys. And I wanted to do a video for it. Hopefully you guys have read chapter 1 and we're going to discuss that today. So find that post and start discussing chapter 1 of what stood out to you. But I want to cover an area that's going to be pretty hard for some of you, but I believe that it's going to bring the most healing to you once we get through this. And that is in the area of forgiving and learning how to forgive others. And the big part of it is learning how to forgive yourself. I know for me, if you watch some of my videos, you know just a tad bit of my testimony, but struggling with an abusive relationship or 2 or 3, I chose to be in relationships that were very abusive, both a lot of emotional, but also to the level of physical abuse. And I had to walk through the process of forgiving them. And then I had to go deeper and find the root issues of why I was attracted to that kind of relationship, why I allowed myself to be in those kind of relationships. And then I had to deal with the forgiveness of my parents and some of the things. You know, I grew up in an alcoholic family. My dad was a happy alcoholic, but it caused a lot of tension for the rest of us on different areas. But I could share a lot of stuff that I've walked through, but the biggest thing that helped me walk in total freedom is learning how to forgive. And I had to go back to the cross and remember all the things that the Lord did for me on the cross. And He took all of our hurts. He knew ahead of time the things that you were going to go through, the death that you've experienced through, spouses or through family members, through people that you loved, the hurt that you were going to pick up through relationships, through broken marriages, whatever it is. You can fill in the blank of what it is that you are struggling with or have struggled with, and even learning how to forgive God. There were some issues that happened that I was very angry at God, and I had to get real and honest of issues with my relationship with the Lord. And it's okay to be upset, but the Lord even wants you to come to Him on those issues. And I had to learn how to forgive Him. But the hardest thing I had to do is I had to learn how to forgive myself. And I know that this is hard, ladies, but if you want to walk in total freedom, you have to get real and honest about what's going on in your heart and in your emotions and in your mind, and let yourself forgive yourself. Let go of the things that you did in the past. They're over with. And quit allowing them to dictate your future. Because God has an amazing future for you. He's ready to take you to new places. He's ready to help you break free of this bondage, of the cycle of weight loss, the cycle of addiction, the cycle of depression. And He wants you to walk in total freedom every day and be able to speak life out of your mouth because you actually feel it in your heart. It was so hard for me to get to a place where I was confident in who I am and who God made me to be. And there's still days I struggle with it, but it has to start with what I speak out of my mouth. And if I'm still speaking negative about myself, even if my thoughts are still negative about myself, that gives Satan a foothold to come in and to just wreak havoc on your emotions and on your mind and on your progress. And then it's a drudging thing to live life instead of living life to its fullest and having a day of just joy and peace. And then another day with joy and peace, and that continued cycle of just living in joy and peace regardless of the things that are going on around you. Because things are going to happen around you. Life is going to happen. But you can still live in peace and you can still walk in freedom regardless of the things going on. So ladies and men, take some time, sit back, be real and honest, write in that journal. Who do you need to forgive? Even if they deserve the worst thing. I mean, it's hard when someone has hurt you. And I will never probably get I'm sorry from some of the guys who have hurt me in the past. But I had to get over that. I had to say, you know what? Who cares? I have life now. I am free because I chose to forgive them regardless of what they did to me, regardless of whose fault it was. I chose to forgive myself for allowing myself to be in situations that were harmful to my body that God created me. I have done some things that I'm not proud of, but I had to forgive myself. I had to receive God's forgiveness over my life. So ladies and men today, do this. Walk it out. Start today. If you're struggling with it, if you don't know where to start, message me. We'll walk through this together. But let's start forgiving. Let's release that. It is a release to you. It has nothing to do with them. It's all about you and your freedom and your getting out of the bondage that you're in. So hopefully this message is for somebody that's dealing with this, and it brings you encouragement that you can walk in freedom of forgiveness, that you can learn how to forgive yourself, and you can learn how to forgive those around you. So let's go on to chapter 2 and 3. I know that's a lot, but I want you to dive into it. Remember, it's not about trying to finish this book. It's about everyday journey, the experience. Take time. Sometimes you're going to have to read chapters over and over. That's okay. But stay on top of it. Read it and then process it. Write it on paper. Discuss it in the group. You ladies have a great day.